Hi YouTube, it's Tracy from Queen of the Board, and today I'm playing Sea of Legends from Guildhall Studios. This is a story-based pirate swashbuckling adventure game. To win, I need to gain 10 points of notoriety, but there are lots of ways to do that. However, I'm up against some pretty fun NPC factions. Come and join me. So one of the things I love about this game is that it does play 1 to 4 players. However, that doesn't matter because it doesn't change a thing about the way you're playing the game. The NPCs that I've chosen for today are the Children of Talok, and in each of the 4 corners of the board, we have these summoning tokens. The Children of Talok are going to come and try to get a hold of them. If they succeed, they bring them back to Tortuga, and then they can summon this big guy, Tetsuhuitl. Sorry for the mispronunciation. If Tetsuhuitl gets all 4 of the relics, then the Children of Talok will win the game. I'm also playing against the Undead Soldiers. These guys are going to try and come together to form a horde, and if successful, whoa, we get this skeletal colossus on the board. The Dreadtide like to infest ports. If they manage to infest 5 ports, then they win the game. And finally, I'm up against the Spanish Armada. If no ports have been captured, then the galleons will pursue other players or weaker NPCs, so I do have to watch out for them. The game provides these really cool little booklets for each of the different factions that you're playing against, so it's not too hard to keep track. The base game also includes the British Empire and the Atlantean usurpers, but I didn't include those for today, maybe another video. There are also 2 big expansion boxes for a lot more NPCs to choose from. It's a very simple game. We have the player turn, the NPC turn, and then round 2. On a player's turn, you simply move and take an action, or take an action and move. There are 3 player actions to choose from. The first is to go on an adventure, and the Sea of Legends app will reveal the story. I have tokens here for my lover, my nemesis, and my captain's adventure. I can also take a port action. This is how I'll be refreshing my crew. I could choose to go to a tavern to earn gold, find rumors and items. I can go to a shipyard to buy a ship. I can go to a hiring hall to hire better crew, or a hideout to bury gold. I can also declare a challenge against other players, NPCs, or ports, and the highest strength wins. The aim of the game is to get to 10 notoriety, and so how do I do that? I can acquire a better ship, bury 10 gold, claim a relic, defeat faction NPC leaders, complete my adventures, capture a port, or employ 10 gold worth of crew. And here you can see the reference cards and the decks for the NPCs showing the level. So the Undead Soldier is at strength 3 with a movement of 1. The Merfolk Guardians are at a strength of 6 with a movement of 1. And the Spanish Galleons have a strength of 5 with a movement of 1. The ally powers in the middle, you'll see how that works. If I declare a challenge, that's the amount of strength that's added for additional figures in the same location. I'm playing as Ton, so when I do declare a challenge and roll the dice, every steering wheel, is that what they call them? Pirate ships? That counts as an extra strength. My lover, Olivia, starting off with the first power, personal favor. For every rose assigned, I can pay 2 gold to gain 2 strength. I do start with 8 gold. However, Mara, my nemesis, the bounty hunter, slap on the wrist, level 1. For each dagger, I'll lose 1 strength. And I think that's everything. Let's play. So the first thing I'm going to do, as I'm in the same location as my quest marker, is go on an adventure. Hopefully you can see the screen of the iPad. I'm going to hit Start Adventure. As you approach the tavern in Claw Bay, the bouncers throw a dejected skeleton into the muddy street. He falls backwards with a curse and a clatter. Then he looks up at you, covered in mud. "Perhaps you can help me," he asks. His bones rattle softly as sobs rack his body. "Tenok is tormenting me." He hangs his head in sorrow. "But no one ever helps me." Olivia pulls you aside and whispers, "We're helping that poor, dejected skeleton whether you like it or not." You turn back to the cracked, ginger-bearded skeleton. "I've got an idea. Offer to capture Tenok or offer to rob Tenok. Let's capture." Olivia reassures the mud-covered, dejected skeleton. "Don't worry," she tells him while helping him up. "We'll get that bottom feeder for you." "Thank you." He rubs his fleshless hands in glee. "I'm Bones, the undead scallywag." He offers you his muddy hand. "So, what can you tell us about Tenok?" you ask, taking his offered hand. "That thin freak, he pulls my hair, rips my clothes, and calls me a stupid monkey." "Stars above!" Olivia exclaims. "How could he?" Bones gives a gappy grin. "Tenok invited a theatre group to perform at his dockside warehouse, giving us the perfect opportunity to capture him. Results: gain Bones' legendary crew card from the Dread Tide deck. Here's Bones. My ship can currently hold crew of 4. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm at my maximum. If I exhaust Bones after a tavern action and also exhaust another crew member, I get to gain their cost in gold. And finally, place your Captain Adventure token in Cartagena. There we are. I have a movement of 2, and so I think I'm going to go up to Havana next. Over to the NPCs. So first of all, we see who's on the board. I have 1 Spanish galleon, and they're just going to move towards me. They have a movement of 1. Next, I draw an event card. And it's the Spanish Armada. Increase the level of the Spanish galleons. So they are now at 5 strength, level 2. Place 1 Spanish galleon in a sea region. I'm gonna put these together right there. Back over to me. I'm in Havana and this location has a tavern, so let's take a tavern action. Let's draw the top card from the deck. It's the cannonball toss. No one noticed you using a rubber ball. Gain 5 gold or decrease a nemesis level. Well, my nemesis is still at level 1, so I'm gonna get the gold. Rumor: Myra's old bandolier held everything. Shame it vanished in Port Royal. Now, if I travel over to Port Royal, then I can get that item. So I'm gonna place one of my own little tokens here just to remind me. Next, I think I want to move away from these galleons. So let's go to Port Royal. Over to the NPCs. They're just gonna move towards me. I do get to choose which way. Let's do this. And an event card. It's the Children of Talok. So increasing the level of the Merfolk Guardians to level 2, still a strength of 6. Place 1 Merfolk Guardian in Tortuga. So he is going to attempt to pick up the relics in either corner of the board. Back over to me, and first of all, the Bandolier of Holding. When you take a hideout action, draw from the tavern deck until you find an item and claim it immediately. This counts as 1 notoriety whilst held. Perfect, off to a great start. I'm gonna put this up here, take this off the board, and I'm gonna travel 1, 2, and continue on my adventure. You find Tenok's dockside warehouse with ease. Unfortunately, Olivia spots trouble when you arrive. "One of Tenok's sharkmen," Olivia remarks. Bones bulges his eyes. We can't just walk away. The dread tide has been trying to capture Tenok for months. Look, you say, the performers have just arrived. We can pose as actors and sneak in. Or we could rob their wagon and call it a day. Olivia points out, no one seems to be watching it. So I can either disguise myself as a thespian and sneak in, or rob the theatre company's wagon. This is a challenge of 5. I think we should just rob the wagon. Digging through the unguarded wagon, you find a few items, including an ancient scythe jumbled in with some fake swords and other props. Stars above, I'm sure we could find a use for such a treasure, Olivia says with a grin. Unless you're a collector, the best use for such a treasure is to find the right buyer. When last I was in Havana, I heard a snooty noble was looking to buy a golden-bladed scythe. Let's weigh anchor and sell him as. Results. Gain the ancient scythe from the Children of Talok deck. And here it is. Place your Captain Adventure token in Havana. So that's great, as now I have 2 adventure tokens in the same location. The scythe is also a +1 notoriety whilst held, and I gain a bonus die, but if I can find another Children of Talok relic, I'll gain 1 additional bonus die. So I'm going to actually use 2 little markers in front of me to remind me of my notoriety. I'm already 2 out of the 10 I need. But it's over to the NPCs. First of all, the Merfolk Guardian and the Spanish Galleon are going to fight. Power of 6 for the Merfolk Guardian and only 5 for the Spanish Armada, so he is off the board. There is a reward of 7 gold for defeating a galleon, and so he's going to sit on that. Next, he wants to get to these relics. He has a movement of 1, so I think he's just going to come over to San Juan. The Spanish Armada is still approaching me, so I think he's going to move into Tortuga. Event card. It's the Dread Tide. So I'm increasing level 2 for the Dread Tide for the Undead Soldiers. Place 1 Undead Soldier in Claw Bay and Cartagena. Remember, they want to come together to form this giant colossus. Claw Bay and Cartagena with me. My turn, and I'm sharing a space with this guy, so we do need to have a battle. The Undead Soldiers currently have a strength of 3, so it's really not too bad. I have my Captain's Dice, 1 bonus for my Shrimp, and 1 for my Ancient Scythe. I'm not going to exhaust any of my crew at the moment. I could exhaust my Gunner for another dice, but let's see how things work out. Oh, 2, 3. The Undead Soldiers have a strength of 3. He did move into my space, so I think that means he counts as the attacker. I need 1 more. I'm losing 1 strength because I rolled 1 or more daggers. So let's take that out. And then I'm going to assign a rose to Olivia and pay 2 gold to gain 2 strength. That gets me to 4 and I win the battle. So he is off the board. I gain 5 gold for the Undead Soldiers. Now it's my turn. I don't think that counted as my turn as he appeared in my space. He was attacking me. I am at a shipyard, so I'm going to upgrade my ship. There's a deck here for different kinds of ships. Effectively, the 0 cost, 15 and 35. There's not really much difference other than art between the cards. I'm going to grab the Fleetwood for 15 gold. Replacing my Shrimp. Now I have cannons of 3 and a movement of 2. I can still only hold 4. This is also worth 1 point of notoriety. So I'm up to 3. And I'm going to move over to Bridgetown. Over to the NPCs. Well, this guy would usually be looking for another undead. There's none on the board, so I'm going to leave him be. He's going to move towards the relic. The ship is going to move towards me as I'm a little bit weaker. Event card. It is the Dread Tide again. They now have a strength of 4. So place one undead soldier in Bridgetown and Cartagena. Here is my tray of painted miniatures. And because they now have a strength of 4, I'm also placing one undead soldier in San Juan. Looks like we're going to have a few challenges. So first of all, let's compare strengths right here. The Galleon has a strength of 5, the undead soldier a strength of 4, so he is off the board. And the undead is worth 5, so we'll pop that underneath. Next, we have a battle here, strength of 4 now for this undead soldier. He's attacking me, so I need a 5 or better. I now have cannons of 3, so I get 3 extra dice there. A bonus die for my scythe. Hopefully that's enough. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This counts as a 1 as I'm playing with Tarn, so that's 6. These, if you roll 1, lose 1 strength. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. And I needed to beat a 4, so that's perfect. I win and I gain 5 gold. Well, it's my turn and I really do want to stop this guy getting to this relic. So I think we're going to move into St. John and challenge the Merfolk Guardian. He has a strength of 6. So again, 3 dice for my Fleetwood, 1 for the relic. And this one, I'm gonna use up my gunner to gain 1 bonus die. I'm attacking, so I need to get a 6 or better because I win ties. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These cost me 1, 2, 3, 4, only 5. So I will spend 2 gold to gain 2 strength and defeat the Merfolk Guardian. That means he's off the board. I get 8 gold for defeating the Merfolk Guardian, but I also get the 7 gold that he's sitting on. So I now have 19 gold. Over to the NPCs. Well, these undead soldiers are definitely going to move towards each other. They do need 3 to build the Colossus. This guy is just going to come straight towards me and attack me. So he has a strength of 5. I get 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, lots of daggers, so I lose 1. And I'm gonna have to spend again another 2 gold with Olivia to gain 2. That gets me the 5, but he was the attacker, so that won't do it. So I'm actually gonna choose not to bother to do that. I am gonna lose the battle. So that means I have to exhaust one of my crew and flee the region. Well, I think I'm going to exhaust my quartermaster and head over to San Juan and then exhaust my navigator to get that extra point of movement to Tortuga. That was exciting. Over to me. Well, I'm definitely going to take the tavern action, I think, so I get to refresh all of these, draw a card. It's a farting contest. You stink, gain 5 gold or decrease a nemesis level. I'll take the gold. And Byron doesn't need it, but he complains about losing his eye patch in Bridgerton. Bridgerton is Bridgetown. Bridgetown is right down here. So again, I'm going to place a little marker to remind me. And I'm going to move to Havana. The Spanish galleon's going to continue to follow me as there are no claimed ports yet. I think these two are going to hang out until another skeleton appears on the map. Let's have an event card. It is the Children of Talok. So they move down to the next level. Place 1 Merfolk Guardian in Tortuga, right next to me. Place 1 in Skull Point. And that's unfortunate because he's right there with a relic already. Back over to me. And I think I'm going to continue my captain's adventure. You and Bones stand before the noble's manor in Havana. A young, sheepish steward greets you. What are you here for? They stammer. Bones curls the tip of his beard between his fingers. We brought the ancient scythe. Why are you so nervous? The steward mumbles unintelligibly while leading you into an ornately decorated room with a tall, well-dressed nobleman sipping a cup of tea. What is it? He snaps. You present the ancient scythe. Your grimy pirate hands have sold it. 3 gold. Take it or leave it. I can either haggle with this insufferable noble, but the scythe is worth more, challenge of 6, or what an insult, return it in kind and leave with your ancient scythe. Well, I like this scythe a lot because it's getting me a bonus die, so I'm going to keep it. Bones rattles his bones and spits right into the noble's tea. There's some pirate grime for you, free of charge, he sneers. You smirk. I'll be taking the ancient scythe with me. Good day, sir. As you stomp from the manor, the steward runs up to you. That was amazing, they stammer. Please, can I join your crew? Bones looks at you and shrugs. Another hand for our next adventure, Poppet. Results. Flip over your captain card to unlock your legendary captain ability. So now I'm gaining 2 strength if I can find that icon. Draw 2 crew. You may hire one for free. I can choose from a scallywag or a charming rogue. Well, I've been having some trouble with these nemesis, so I think I'm going to grab the scallywag. And who should I replace? Let's get rid of my quartermaster. Let's put that on top. Next, place your secondary lover token in Thieves' Landing. Let's put that right here. The Dread Tide has noticed your efforts. Draw from the tavern deck until you find a rumor. Aha! Rumor. Param mentions a sword stuck in a stone near Thieves' Landing. Is this a trick? So we now have 2 rumors. I'll put another token on the board at Thieves' Landing, right next door. I get 2 gold. And place my Captain Adventure token in Smuggler's Cove. All the way at the top. Over to the NPCs. Well, I think he's gonna come over here. He will move towards me. These guys won't do anything. And this guy with his relic is gonna move in right next door to me. Event card. It is the Dread Tide. Increase the level. They're now at full strength of 5. Place 1 undead soldier in Smuggler's Cove and Nassau. Smuggler's Cove and Nassau up here. Place 1 undead soldier in Thieves' Landing. And next round, the undead soldiers gain 1 movement. Each player must increase their nemesis level. So now Mara can also skim off the top. If I roll 2 or more daggers, I lose 3 gold for every... Oh no, it's this ship's wheel thing that I love. That's my power. So I don't like that at all. Back over to me. Well, I feel like I need to really improve my crew. And to do that, I could go over to Claw Bay. 1, 2. And I get to draw 3. And keep as many as I can pay for. So we have a privateer, a shipwright, and a bard. I think I'm going to keep the shipwright for 7 and the bard for 6. Over to the NPCs. Well, they're all going to try. Wow, there's a lot going on here. So these skeletons are going to move together. And watch out, 3, that means they have formed a horde. So they are off the map and replaced with the skeletal colossus. He has a strength of 12 and he's going to be trying to infest the ports. If he gets 5, then they will win the game. These guys will also move, I think maybe to here. This one to here, trying to get to Tortuga. Oh, this one is getting over here to his relic. I think that's everyone over to me. Now I could try to run over here and get this guy, but honestly, I don't know that I can stop him. So I might just let the big guys sort of duke it out if possible. What would I like to do? I really want to get these relics though. Yeah, so I really want to get to this location right here. I'm going to exhaust to gain 1 movement, my shipwright, and I'll gain 2 bonus die if I challenge. I already have a movement of 2. 1, 2, plus the bonus movement. I get the relic from Thieves' Landing, which is the duelist's sword. So I gain a bonus die and an additional bonus die in challenges against other players. This is also worth 1 notoriety. So let's check my notoriety. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 10 worth of crew. So I'm actually at 5 right now. I am attacking this guy who currently has a strength of 5. I'm the attacker. Got my captain's dice. 3 for the ship, 1 for the scythe, 2 because I used my shipwright. I think that should be more than enough. Let's try that. It's kind of a push your luck because I don't want those daggers. Well, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 dagger, I lose 1 strength, but that is more than enough to defeat this guy. Now, interestingly enough, I also gain the relic, which means these merfolk gardens are also going to be coming after me, but I get 8 gold. That is my turn. The Colossus will move into Nassau and infest his first port. It's 1 of 5 for them to win. This merfolk is going to move towards Tortuga. These guys can move here. I'm going to be attacked by this Spanish Armada. Maybe I should start defeating a couple of ports now I'm more powerful. He has a strength of 5. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 bonus dice. I think that should be enough. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Easy. Again, 5 for that. And 7, event card. It is the Children of Taluk. Increase the level to max for the Merfolk Guardians. Place 1 in Tortuga. 1 in Smuggler's Cove. And next round, the Merfolk Guardians gain an extra movement, so they're gonna be fast. Each player must increase their nemesis level. Take them in. If I roll 3 or more daggers, discard my most expensive crew. Whoa, I'm glad I've got this scallywag, so I can at least change 1 of those daggers if I need to. Over to me. I'm gonna move 1, 2, and bury some gold. So, I get 1 notoriety for every 10 gold I bury. So we have 10, 20, 30, that's 3 notoriety buried. There are, I think, some notoriety tokens in the game. I just couldn't find them. I've got them all muddled together, by the way. And this is not a rules teach. I am learning and playing just to have fun. So please let me know in the comments if I make any mistakes. I now have 3, 6, 7, 8. I only need 2 more to win. Ooh, over to the NPCs. They're also getting close to winning. This guy, I think he's going to move to here to get this token. He's also going to move maybe this way. Skeleton Colossus will move over here. These guys will just move towards him. And this guy makes it to Tortuga. So we have Tetsahuitl. Let's call him Tetsi. Tetsi made it to Tortuga. He has this 1 relic so far. If he gets all 4, then he will win the game. He has a strength of 10. It's the Spanish Armada. Moving up to a power of 6. And we get 1 in the sea region. And the reward is increased next round by 5 gold. Let's go place him over here. My turn. I'm going to run to the far corner of the board. I gain the glittering eye patch as I completed the rumor. That is worth 1 notoriety whilst held. So 1 away from winning. And I currently have 17 worth of crew. If I can get a crew member worth 3 or more, I will win the game. So I'm going to go ahead and take this crew action. Let's see, we get the Charming Rogue, Boatswain, and the Gambler. I have 6, 7, 8 gold to spend. So I am going to just replace my Scallywag with the Gambler. And guess what? 7, 14, 20. That gets me 1 more notoriety. Boom! And I win the game. Honestly, I feel like the NPCs were really swarming the board. I was kind of looking forward to seeing if there could have been a battle with the big guys. That would have been really fun. Starting to feel a lot more powerful, a lot more dice to roll. I love the amount of dice that you get to throw around in this game. I didn't get very far with either of my lover or nemesis quests at all, but at least I completed my captain. I think this is a really fun little, just almost sandbox. So many different things you can do. You can really focus on just going after relics or just fighting a lot to get money that you can bury. You could do all 3 of your quests. Really fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Lots of other NPCs as well. So hopefully in the future. And we didn't get to see the miniatures for the NPCs that I didn't use. Let's just show you real quick. I think that they came out really nicely after painting. This is from the Atlantean Usurpers. Here's Tetsi. And of course my skeletal Colossus. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, drop me a comment. I now have a little subscription platform that you can help to vote for the next videos I make. Check the notes and you'll see. Enjoy your day. Bye.